Hey planner friends, how's it going? Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Ryan and this is A Man with the Plans, and we are back to do a plan with me for the week of Monday, August 5th through Sunday, August 11th. August is moving right on by and we are going to use a kit that I've been so excited to use for a while now. This is from Krissyanne Designs. As you can see, it's one of the full kits here, and I believe this was like the 90s themed kit that came out a couple of weeks ago. I believe it was back in like June. In all honesty, I wanted to use this last week, but I couldn't find a pen that would work on these stickers, so I got a new order of my Pilot Ultra Fine Point Permanent down below. And as you can see here, we've got the full week kit, so you've got the stripes here with the date covers, and then you've got a bunch of to-dos and todays and all sorts of extras. We've got our Good Morning Sunshine sticker, whole bunch of other stuff here. These are the usual kits that you see that I use all the time from Krissyanne Designs, and I am so excited to be able to use this fun summary kit to kind of just put all the good stuff down. So we have a busy week. There's some stuff happening on all fronts at the moment. I've got a lot of work things and a couple other things going on. So let's go ahead and just start putting in those date covers and we will get started. Alright, so now that we got that done, let's go ahead and write in the days of the week. There we go. Now those are all done. The next thing I'm going to do is, as I do every single week, we are going to write in the weather. So I have that pre-populated over here, and I'm going to go ahead and sort of read through what these are and sort of list as we go. So I'll do the low and the high for all the dates first, and then I will put this fun stickers in later on. Now it's time for the fun weather stickers. These are from Amazon. I'll leave that linked down below. Jen DeFore is the one who inspired these. So let's see, on Monday we have some thunderstorms, so we'll be getting a raindrop. I'm going to lower these a little bit because of the date covers, but that's okay. And then the next day will be a bright sunny day. Thank goodness we'll be having some nice weather after the rain clears out. And then partly cloudy on Wednesday, so we'll use a cloud and a sun. Super cute, moving it along. Thursday is going to be partly cloudy again, so you know what that means. And the beautiful part about this is I know I'm going to get to those snowflake stickers around here sooner than we think, Minnesota. It's crazy to even think about that winter's coming, but it is. It is. It's always like a Game of Thrones. And then the next thing here is more partly cloudy. Actually, the whole rest of the week is partly cloudy, so just be mindful of that. We'll kind of tack that in the rest of the week. I will say yesterday I went for a run. It was my long run and I waited till later in the day and I got caught in a bunch of thunderstorms throughout the run and then just some more rain. But it was nice and refreshing, but also it got very old after a while to be completely soaked throughout my run, but I have a feeling that will happen to me at least more than once the rest of my training for my marathon. So now that the weather's in, let's dive into what we have planned for the week. Busy week with work. That's always a good thing in my opinion. I do feel like the week flies by then. So the first thing I have going on here, actually before we do anything, let's go ahead and take that washi here and add that down for our AM routine. And I'm gonna kinda, I just love the fun squiggles of it all, you know? So what I'm gonna do is try to cover up the 6 AM hour across all of them. And save this because it will come in handy later. And the next thing here is do it the rest of the way across the week. And this is meant for my AM routine. My AM routine consists of 6 different things as part of the Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. And so really it starts off with some meditation, which I'm getting better at. It is hard for me to quiet my mind, but I feel like every time I do it, I get a little bit better. So yeah, it's some meditation and then some affirmations, some journaling, and then a little bit of exercise. And then there's a few other things that I can't remember off the top of my head. However, if you want to go ahead and check out that book, I will leave that linked down below. It's actually in the Amazon shop storefront thing that I have set up. It's pretty neat. It's got all my favorite books that I've been reading and all sorts of other good stuff. So now that we have that, the only other thing that we need to do is take my favorite sticker. Come on, you know you want to. The Good Morning Sunshine, and I just love to lay this over here so that I remember it's my AM routine. Ooh, that sticker was like really excited to get down. Haha, so cute, wonderful. We are well on our way. Let's go ahead and see all that we have going on this week for meetings. Now, the first thing that I have is a bit of a training that I have to do on Monday. and this is from 11:30 to 1. So that'll be a fun meeting. We've been kind of working on a series of some skill building stuff for folks, and so I'm excited to wrap this component of the project done. So let's go ahead and just do, there'll be some last minute prep beforehand, so we'll go into the 10 o'clock hour. I'm fine with that. Just want to print some materials and stuff. Excellent. And then we have one more meeting to wrap up the Tuesday, and that's going to be our weekly triage, as I mentioned. Perfect. Very cute. And then later on in the afternoon, I need to get some stuff done for my project management, so that's my side gig. So we're going to take one of these blue checklists here and just kind of toss that down, and it'll be for anything else that I haven't finished for the day or any sort of other thing that comes up along the day. Alright, so that's going to wrap up Monday. The only other thing I'm also going to do is down here I'm going to post my video schedule, so obviously this video will be live. Perfect. So yeah, that's Monday in a nutshell, all said and done. Moving on, we have only one meeting on Tuesday, which is kind of nice. So we'll put that down and we'll do green. And this meeting is going to be from 10 to 11, so you can get that done nice and early. Perfect. And then the other beautiful thing here is that I'm going to lay one of these checklists up here, and I can take care of the stuff for my 9 to 5. And then I will do a smaller checklist down here for other things that need to get done later on in the evening, so that I'll be able to write all of them in, especially considering if there's like any carryover from the day before. So let's say I didn't get to finish all of these things, I can just move them over. And there's tons of stuff I'll fill in here for work, but you guys don't want to see that. It's not the most exciting thing on the planet. And then on Wednesday, we have a couple of other meetings going on, but before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and put my run for Tuesday down here. I believe it's 4 miles? Yeah. I have a separate running planner and health and fitness planner. I'll leave a link to my latest health and fitness video over there, but I just like to try to keep tabs of what I'm doing. Since this is my life at a glance, you know, it's just good to sort of keep that in mind. So next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is start planning Wednesday. We have one meeting during the day that I need to take care of, and the thing with these sheets is that I feel like there's so many of them I lose track of what I should be using. Yeah, so we'll use this little guy here. And there's one more meeting later on in the afternoon that I need to include, but that's gonna wrap up Wednesday. We have a light day in meetings in terms of the beginning. Not a lot of meetings happening during the morning, but then in the afternoon I am back to back the whole time, so that's okay. And I do love that I use the dollar sticker here, if you can see that, just to remember hey, you're gonna be buying lunch. And so the last thing we have is a growing project management meeting, which is a little bit more substantial, so I'm gonna use one of these guys here, the yellow. Yeah, so I think that this color scheme is so fun, and it does really remind me of my childhood. Growing up, my mom had a very, how do I put this, because I know you're watching, Mom, a very intentional love of all things Southwestern. So this really pastel look was kind of a staple in my parents' house as a child, and I really did love it. It was such a fun environment to grow up in. And I will say my mom was pretty crafty about how to decorate, and she did all sorts of cool stuff. She did this texturing thing one time where she was on a ladder with saran wrap and all sorts of stuff. So I don't know, I give my mom a lot of credit for stuff like that, because I don't feel like I'm that creative when it comes to home stuff. My friends make fun of me because I only use basically blue, white, gray, and an occasional gold as an accent, which tends to come off. So, and then this will be also for more project management stuff. And I'll just leave a couple of dots. And the other thing I want to remind myself for with another dollar sign is that it's a payroll day. So we'll do that down here. Oh, just kidding. We'll do it up top like I usually do. And the only other thing is that I have a run that night, and there'll also be a video. I have a special YouTube planner. It's actually one of the teacher planners that I've been using to sort of plan out content and all those things. I've had some questions about how to start a YouTube channel, which I'd love to answer if you guys are curious. So if you have any questions about starting a YouTube channel or where to get started for sharing that stuff, leave it down below and I will try to answer it, but also I will include it in the video that I have coming up. So I'm going to walk through how I plan out using the YouTube planner that I have, which is the teacher one. I think it's fabulous. There's a bit of customization that I did to get really comfortable with it, but overall it's worked for me really, really great. So the other run that I have on the 7th, I also have this Tuesday, I have a long run. Alright, so I just wrote 7 miles down. This is gonna be my run for Wednesday, and I just realized this is a bit blue heavy down at the bottom, but that's okay. So I like that the runs end up down here, and then they will go back into my run planner later on. But that's gonna wrap up Wednesday. This is the first half of the week. Lots of stuff still blank, but I'll be figuring that out as I go, but totally fine. Let's move along to the second half of the week, right? So you've got the fun thing set up here. I really love how this is working, and I do love the temperature things. Definitely starting to grow on me. And then Thursday, which is pretty nifty, is I'm gonna be working from home. So I'm gonna add a checklist here. I love these check boxes, they are. So we'll add that in there because I'll be working from home. And again, this is just for any side hustle stuff that I need to work on, so we'll label it that way. I love a good work from home day, but I think the other thing I'm trying to do now is take time for myself to really like get out and have a lunch when I work from home. So I'm gonna just say like lunch and mark it in the calendar so that I have something to do while I'm working from home, because I don't want to miss that. I feel like it's good to just step away from your computer, take some time to like recharge and think about the day and what's going on and those types of things. And then the last thing on Friday is I have one call which I can do via Skype, and then while that's drying, since I made that mistake, the YouTube video that we have coming out, I believe, is going to be my July budget report card. So we'll label that, and by now this should hopefully be dry if I wasn't too heavy-handed. Wonderful. So this is at 10:30, which ends up meaning that because we don't have half hours anymore, I end up just covering most of the box up, which this is life with the new planner. The other thing I'm gonna do, again, since I am working from home, is I'm gonna tack on more checklists. To me, this is the way that I can be successful in getting all my work done and staying accountable to what I actually need to be doing. And then I'm gonna take some time off in the evening, so I'm just gonna do one of these mini little checklist guys down here for my side hustle stuff. And then the other thing I wanna do that I forgot is to include the videos for the budget video here. And then Friday, I'm gonna do my long-awaited, and I say that with quotes because it's really not that big of a deal, but I'm gonna talk about the EC Tote. I've had it for over a month now, and I've used it on several trips and talked a lot about sort of, like, I've been waiting to give my feedback on it. I know some people were quick to be like, this is wonderful, here, let me tell you why. And that's fantastic, but I really wanted to use it and give you guys my thoughts. I wasn't a messenger bag person, but it's totally like changed my life for some reason. I'm not sure how, but it totally did. Saturday is my long run, which I believe is 15 miles. I'm not sure how long it'll take, but I am gonna kind of just span the morning and even probably cover up some of the AM routine, just because with these long runs, the sooner you get out, I feel like the sooner you can get your life back. Because there's just something about like wanting to be done before it gets super hot. Because I honestly was caught this time of year, like when you get caught in like gross steamy weather, it's just not a pleasant way to spend your day. And you're already tired from exerting yourself anyhow, so like it just doesn't help that you now have to be extremely out of shape. I'm gonna use a sticker from this is the Me and My Big Ideas Create 365. I just wanna put something on here that acknowledges that I'm getting out and doing all sorts of fun stuff. So we'll take this sticker that says don't quit, get fit. You know what, screw it, it's going over this, I don't care. Whoop. There you go. So that's in the morning. Later on in the afternoon, I'm going to take one of these little squiggly guys and just lay down like a YouTube thing, because I try to film when the weather it's like sunny out, because I feel like natural light is the way to go, and I'll be able to do some filming, some editing, and I'll just leave a spot for thumbnails. So yeah, that's generally my process, and then I'll leave a small sticky note down here for some other project management stuff as it comes along. I'm never really sure what I end up having to do depending on how the week looks in terms of workload, so we'll kind of just leave that out here. Not a lot of social plans defined for next week, which is kind of interesting. But then Sunday, one of my favorite times of the week is I get to go grocery shopping, so I'm gonna do some meal planning, some groceries, and I typically go to Aldi and Trader Joe's. Those are like my go-tos lately. And then finally, some meal prepping, which is my other favorite thing. Go ahead and stick this guy down. I try to go to the grocery store. It's definitely not gonna take 5 hours, but I like to go in the morning and get it done so that I can not have to worry about it. And then at noon, I have a standing meeting with my boss. Oh, and I forgot, Friday is actually a payday, which is cool for me. So go ahead and put that down. I have the little lappy tappy guy, because why not? I feel like I'm missing some sheets here that I'm not using them all, because there's so many things that I want to make sure I am getting it all in there. And Friday is payday, so we'll put that here. Yay, payday. Who can complain about payday? I don't think anybody can. So I'll put that down here, just so I can check it in the morning and start using it for my bills. The other fun thing that we'll talk about in my budget is that I plan on paying my car off with this paycheck. So if you're interested in how I budget, you can go ahead and look at those videos. I'll leave a link to my budget for the month of August over there. It's pretty exciting. I'm gonna tack the weekend sticker down here. And generally what I'll use this for is like some places to add some stuff that I want to work on. And the other thing I want to do is use this fun crazy sticker for some final YouTube stuff, and then also a weekly update for my side hustle. It's usually something I like to do on a Sunday night. Get that out to everybody so that they're aware, make sure the week is ready to go, all those good stuff. Just because I'm one of those people, I don't know if you guys suffer from this, the Sunday scaries, right? The idea that going back to work is stressful and you're trying to have everything ironed out. A lot of things I still need to fill in for my jobs and for some stuff like that, but I do love how this is starting to look. Let's go ahead and get the big picture here. Super cute. I'm loving how festive and fun that is. Oh, and I forgot some runs. I should probably do that. So my other run is 4 miles after my 7 on Thursday, and then even though it's already up top, I'll still just put it down at the bottom because I like to not just keep track at a glance, be able to sort of look across the whole page and see, oh yeah, you meant that thing, haha. So keeping the runs together. Oh no, it's Saturday. But see, I really love the way this is broken out, is like you get Sunday and Monday as a rest, then you do 3 days of running, Friday is a rest, and then you do a long run. It's a pretty great process. So let's go ahead and dive into the last little bit here, which is always our sidebar. What I'm gonna do here is take the 3 weekly headers here and sort of just list them down here. You know, I think I actually might go all the way down and cover up the calendar this week because I want to add 2 sets of checklists for like weekly spending and stuff, so. And then 1 more. And so these are gonna be workout, meditation, and then the other one is brought lunch. This has been a real struggle for me. Being in the Skyway, you're always so like prone to being like, I'll just buy stuff, it's fine. The next thing we're gonna do is also put one of these stickers down. This is a weekly checkbox. It's ombre, so it's hard to see with the light pink. But it goes from Monday through Sunday, and this is gonna be for daily spending. I'm sort of moving away from the idea of no spends because to me, maximize how many days I didn't spend, but then I would like smush expenses all in one day. So if you average it out, it didn't really matter. It's one of those things that I'm like not, I wouldn't say I'm not super used to, but it's one of those things where is it really helping? Is it moving things along in a way it should? And the answer is I'm not quite sure. So I'm taking a break from it for now. The next thing I'm gonna do, I think, is take one of these yellow stickers over here and cover up this over here. My hope is that it'll fit nicely, and then I can add some cute little quote from Erin Condren over the top of it, like I've done in the past. And let me grab, here it is, I found it. This is the Life is Art, Live Yours in Color. This is the designer sticker book. This is the collection number, I think, 5. So there's always tons of good quotes and stuff in here. And so I think what we'll do, since the colors are all along the same lines here, is take, you know, we'll just use one of these. I like this one. I don't know if it'll all fit, but it's gonna. And this one says, the goal is not to be better than anyone else, but to be better than you used to be, which is so poignant for me with my marathon training. I'm not trying to beat anybody. I'm not trying to get in the top whatever. I just want to finish it, and I think that's something that is hard for me because I'm a pretty competitive person by nature, and so I'm trying to just realize that this experience is about me and my own sort of journey and what needs to be coming and what I need to work on and how I'm progressing and making breakthroughs throughout the way. That's just something that I need to do. And then right down here, I'll leave some space for to-dos, anything that comes up that I haven't thought of, as well as, you know, what's on the horizon for this week, if there are any big things at work that come up, you know, usual stuff. And I mean, to be honest, I haven't even scratched the surface on some of these things. I do think on Saturday, actually Sunday, we'll do a box for some chores because I really didn't allocate much time for that, which is kind of hilarious. I don't want my house to be a mess, so I think we'll just do one of these here. And the other thing I'm gonna do, I'm just trying to get every ounce of content out of this damn kit, because I swear, there's just so much stuff in here, I don't know how you could use it. So we'll take the YouTube stuff and write plan, because obviously that's what we do. I'll add the laptop guy over here for the final checks. The other thing here is I'm gonna take my long run, actually no, we'll do that over here in the get it done category, wrapping anything up from the week. So yeah, that's gonna about wrap up this week. I really love how this turned out. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think it's so fun and festive, and I just love a nice cohesive kit. And Kristen, you knocked it out of the park with another kit, and I've got all these leftover stickers that I can use in the future to spice up any kit, which is wonderful. But if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It does help my channel out. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that red subscribe button so you can see my content in your newsfeed whenever it's published. Don't forget that I make new videos every Monday and every Thursday. However, this week you're getting 2 extra, one on Wednesday and one on Friday. I hope you guys enjoyed them. If you have suggestions for videos you'd like to see on my channel, go ahead and leave those down in the comment box. As you can find me over on Instagram at @AManWithThePlans, and you can find me over on Facebook at @AManWithThePlans. Let's be internet friends. And until next time, I hope you have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye.